Nathaniel Lee was an English dramatist. He was the son of Dr. Richard Lee, a Presbyterian clergyman who was rector of Hatfield, and held many preferments under the Commonwealth. Dr. Lee was chaplain to George Monk, afterwards Duke of Albemarle, but after the Restoration he conformed to the Church of England, and withdrew his approval for Charles I's execution. Lee was educated at Westminster School, and at Trinity College, Cambridge, taking his B.A. degree in 1668. Coming to London, perhaps under the patronage of George Villiers, 2nd Duke of Buckingham, he tried to earn his living as an actor, but acute stage fright made this impossible. His earliest play, Nero, Emperor of Rome, was acted in 1675 at Drury Lane. Two tragedies written in rhymed heroic couplets, in imitation of John Dryden, followed in 1676. Sophona's Bar, or Hannibal's Overthrow, and Gloriana, or the Court of Augustus Caesar. Both are extravagant in design and treatment. Lee's reputation was made in 1677 with the blank verse tragedy, The Rival Queens, or The Death of Alexander the Great. The play, which deals with the jealousy of Alexander's first wife, Roxana, for his second wife, Statira, was a favorite on the English stage right up to the days of Edmund Kean. Lee followed this with Mithridates, King of Pontus, Theodosius, or The Force of Love, and Caesar Borgia, an imitation of the worst blood and thunder Elizabethan tragedies. Lee was also named as a collaborator with Dryden in an adaptation of Oedipus. The Princess of Cleve is an adaptation of Madame de Lafayette's 1678 novel of the same name. The Massacre of Paris was written about this time but not published until 1690. Lucius Junius Brutus, father of his country, gave offense at court. The play was suppressed after its third representation for some lines on Tarquin's character that were taken to be a reflection on King Charles II. He therefore joined Dryden in The Duke of Guise, a play which directly advocated the Tory point of view. In it part of the Massacre of Paris was incorporated. Lee was now 30, and had already achieved a considerable reputation. Constantine the Great followed. He had lived in the dissipated society of John Wilmot, Earl of Rochester, and his associates, and imitated their excesses. As he grew more disreputable, his patrons neglected him, and by 1684 his mind was allegedly completely unhinged. He spent 5 years in the notorious Bedlam Hospital. He lamented his situation with the following missive: "They called me mad, and I called them mad, and damn 'em, they outvoted me." He recovered and was released. Lee died in a drunken fit in 1692. He was buried on the 6th of May in St. Clement Danes, Strand. Lee's dramatic works were published in 1734. In spite of their extravagance, they contain many passages of great beauty.